Greetings from Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. No, don't change your channel. This is a repeat, but it's not the same video. Slightly differently named too, trying to get a different audience. But this one is going to be about making goat cheese again. Again, the simple method. We're still waiting on some stuff. We have some of the stuff that we ordered after the last time that came in. I'll go over those in just a minute. And we have some other stuff we're still waiting on, like rennet. That'll be in today to sometime next Wednesday. But anyhow, we have a book that we picked up at Tractor Supply a while ago, and we were going through it. It's let's see here, 50 Do-It-Yourself Projects for Keeping Goats by Janet Garman and Timber Creek Farm. In this, it has a Simple Farmer goat milk cheese, and this is a true 3-ingredient. First ingredient, you see over my shoulder on the stove, milk. Second ingredient, apple cider vinegar. Third ingredient, maracas. Salt. So we're going to try this again. This one doesn't use any lemon juice, it just uses apple cider vinegar. So we invested in a good cheese thermometer. This one, I say good, but if you notice, outside is Celsius, inside is degrees. So it's still on the bottom. So for this, I'm going to turn it so you can see it. We're going to lower it down. That's the bottom. It's still the bottom. We're going to just bring it slightly above the bottom. And at present we're reading, what's that, 9 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees-ish Fahrenheit. And according to this recipe, we need to go to 195. So, the milk thermometer is the first thing we got. The second thing we got are cheesecloth bags. Little drawstrings in here, so cute. We decided to go with these for 2 reasons. First reason, they're recyclable. So we can use them over and over and over again as long as we take care of them. Second reason is they're a bag, so in theory it should be a little bit easier to maneuver than standard cheesecloth. So still got to figure that one out. I'm thinking I might have to find a colander of a specific type to help support things, but for now we're just going to use a standard colander. This should, in theory, once we figure all this out, be simpler, because we won't necessarily have to line the entire colander with cheesecloth. We can just go ahead, set the bag in, and then drain through it. That's a theory. Let's see if it actually works out. Batch. This is a double batch. So this recipe calls for 1/2 gallon goat milk, previously chilled, 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar, and a 1/2 teaspoon, correction, calls for 1 teaspoon of cheese salt. Well, we don't have cheese salt, we have kosher salt. In case you're wondering why we're doing 2 of these so close together, we've got a lot of goat milk right now. I've got a gallon of goat milk in here right now that we're turning into a basic cheese. We're also skimming the cream off the top to make our own butter. But the reason why we have 2 so close together is because they're 2 separate recipes, so we're going to try and see if maybe this apple cider vinegar adds a little bit of a tang to the mix, where the lemon juice had a kind of lemony bland flavor. I also like the fact that it's not telling you to stir the salt in while it's still in the cheesecloth. Yeah, that didn't make sense to me either. But again, we have a lot of goat's milk. I think we still have a gallon in the fridge. We have started milking snow, so we're getting about a quart and a half, so 3 to 4 pints. We're getting about a quart and a half of milk a day now, so we have a lot of milk. Every 4 days we're basically getting a full gallon imperial. So we got to find something to do with it, and we're not set up yet for making soap. Hun wants to make butter, so we're skimming the cream. Other than that, we're just kind of going with the flow, making what we can while we can, because at some point we won't have any goats milking. We'll have probably 4 months out of the year we won't be milking. But along with that, what we're planning in the future is we want to be able to milk basically year-round. So at some point when our herd is bigger and more developed, we plan on staggering the pregnancies so that we have overlaps when we're milking. That's the plan. We'll see if we can make it come to fruition. So we are right at 188, going on 190, which we're going to call 195. I don't feel like going much higher because I'm concerned that I'm going to scorch it because she's starting to bubble, and I think the weather right now is having an effect on it. So we're going to go ahead and make up this, but before we get to that, I got to show you my contraption. And I got to sneeze until I say something, and then I don't have to sneeze. I'm going to show you the contraption I got set up here. So this is what we're going to do. I have my bag underneath because if I just put the bag in here, it pretty much lays flat and it doesn't work, and it's sitting over my colander on two wooden, or this is actually bamboo spatulas. This rack is actually a chicken roaster. Stick the chicken in there and then you can roast it. Beer can chicken. Sound familiar? Well, I put this funnel on it to help aim, and now that I look at it, I'm thinking I probably won't need that, so I'm probably going to pull that off. But we're also going to use a ladle this time. We're going to ladle this in just because I don't trust myself to aim, and we might run out of space quickly. See, I know the lights are making that difficult. So I can get this here. Yeah, it's a little hard to show, but trust me, we're at 190. And we're going to kill the heat now. It's been about 1 hour and 45 minutes bringing it up to temp, which is probably way too long, but oh well. Now we're going to add basically a half cup per half gallon. And this is 1 gallon of milk. Get this out of the way. Make sure we get all those good bits and pieces off the side. I'm literally draining this right into the sink. not saving the way. It says to do it into a stainless steel pot. I don't know why you would. Let's see if I got enough of that off so that I can make a mess when I pour this in here. Come on. Go, go, go. There you go. Take that off the side. I think I had a, yep. Had one lonely curd escape. Now we're just gonna it says to squeeze it. That's about 190 degrees. Figure it might have cooled down a hair. I am not too keen on trying to grab this right now. Let's try to get some of this knot out. There we go. I'm gonna go down about there. Just a standard shoelace knot. And instead of trying to pull out all the curd or squeeze it, we're just going to let that set. Oh, we're going to let that hang off the faucet for a little bit. Let it drain. You can see, maybe. There's a little bit of dripping there. So, we're going to give this a minute, then we'll go to the next step. Okay, maybe 5. I'll set the timer for 5 minutes and we'll come back. Alright, it's been 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up. Been hanging it off the faucet, which this little bag comes in handy. So we're going to just give it a squeeze. As I said, it's still hot, but it's not like burning hot. If you also notice, it's raining out. Not like little rain, but like torrential downpour rain, which is good. We need the rain. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and drop this in here. I'm just going to tip it up. Looks like cauliflower. Worry about cleaning that up better in a minute. So according to the instructions, we're supposed to use 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. Now don't forget, we're making a double batch. So we're going to break this up a little. Okay, I don't think this is going to work the way I wanted it to. She's sticking together. Give me a second. I got something going in the background as well that I probably shouldn't have playing right now. As far as shouldn't playing, it's nothing dirty. It's just the YouTube. I don't have rights to what I'm playing. I have the right to watch it, but not the right to repeat it. So we're going to go ahead and do a 1 teaspoon. This is 1 teaspoon for half gallon, and we're just going to She's still a little warm in the middle. Can't imagine why. Alright. Let's go ahead and try just a little bit. Alright, we're not going to add a full teaspoon. Adding about 3/4 of a teaspoon to this batch. If you're wondering who Blue is. Say hi, Blue. Sorry, that's as close as you're getting to her saying hello. Alright, let's try just a little bit here. Oh yeah. That's much better than the last batch. Much better. Alright, according to the instructions, it says wrap it in plastic wrap and microwave for 24 hours. So, hope that's enough. See you in a second. So we're going to not do that. Be right back. We're going to go ahead and wrap it in plastic, and I'm recording this after the fact because in the midst of wrapping it, my wife called, so Hun is on the phone while you're watching this, but the audio is coming in at a later time. So if what I'm saying doesn't match up, I'm figuring this out as I go along. We're going to double wrap it, and then according to the instructions, we're going to place this in the fridge for 24 hours, or the refrigerator if you don't like the abridged version. So after tasting it, adding that little bit of extra salt made a huge difference. I like this recipe better than our previous recipe, so this is the one that is definitely going to be a keeper for a quickie as far as cheese goes. I will update at some point when we pull it out of the refrigerator. Again, it's got to chill for 24 hours in the refrigerator, so we will be pulling that out probably tomorrow at about this time ish, maybe the day after, depends on how busy we are. But it's 6 o'clock. I haven't started dinner yet, and Hun's going to be home in about 45 minutes, so I think it's going to be some Bear Burger mac and cheese tonight for dinner. We got some mac and cheese left over from a week or two ago that hasn't been cooked yet, so figure we'll go ahead and cook that and throw some onions, maybe some throw a little onion and some Bear hamburger that's lightly seasoned in there, and make a basically hamburger helper ish thing. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. You're watching this because we're making cheese. Made cheese. We made cheese. Cheese. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. You know, do that whole YouTube thing. We'll see you on the next video. Bye. I don't know what day it is. I'm retired. It's a day that ends in a Y. Every day is a Saturday. Oh, bad hair day. Flopping around a little bit here. Get this back up. Makes it look like I got a comb over.